privata.
Met a man, St. Augustine, and Ray-Bans dressed in black. Against the tide, against the beach, the neon tourist traps. He said, my baby, I've learned to live inside my head. My baby, I've learned to live inside my head. Imaginary landlords and imaginary rent. No recognition of population, the demons left to spend. My baby, I've learned to live inside my head.
she waits death.
Problem is all inside your head, she said to me. The answer is easy if you take it logically. I'd like to help you in your struggle to be free. There must be 50 ways to leave your lover. She said it's really not my habit to intrude. Furthermore, I hope my meaning won't be lost or misconstrued. But I'll repeat myself. At the risk of being crude, there must be 50 ways to leave your lover. 50 ways to leave your lover. You just slip out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. You don't need to be coy, Roy. Just get yourself free. Or hop on the bus, Gus. You don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key, Lee, and get yourself free. Slip out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. You don't need to be coy, Roy. You just listen to me. Hop on the bus, Gus. You don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key, Lee, and get yourself free. She said it grieves me so to see you in such pain. I wish there was something I could do to make you smile again. I said, I appreciate that. And would you please explain about the 50 ways? She said, why don't we both just sleep on it tonight? And I believe in the morning you begin to see the light. And then she kissed me, and I realized she probably was right. There must be 50 ways to leave your lover. 50 ways to leave your lover. You just slip out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. You don't need to be coy, Roy. Just get yourself free. Or you hop on the bus, Gus. You don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key, Lee, and get yourself free. Slip out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. You don't need to be coy, Roy. Just listen to me. Hop on the bus, Gus. You don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key, Lee, and get yourself free.
tardes, señoras y señoritas. Aquí está el DJ Héctor Bonifacio Echeverría Cervantes de la Cruz Arroyo Rojas. Esta es la radio que sacó a toda la estación donde el rock vive y no muere. Vamos a escuchar un par de temas de Queens of the Stone Age. Primero vamos a escuchar First It Give It. Qué música impresionante, temible y verdaderamente ahora. Van a ver, aquí va, aquí va, aquí va, aquí va.
We're starting in like 2 seconds. Okay, bye.
We get some rules to follow that in this, these and those. No one knows.
volume.
King County.
You're listening to 93.3 The Egg, North Bank's only FM radio station.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hunter! Show.
Bumping night.
Oh my God.com. The Hot Dirt Show is back here at hotdirt.net on a Thursday night special edition. I mean, we've done enough of these by now, I'd say, Isaiah, that the Thursday night isn't the most special thing on the planet. Maybe like a Wednesday would be special.
I am not so sure. I feel like Monday's the only day I've ever actually done it.
Oh, really? Well, we're here on a Thursday, not a Monday.
In your whole life.
He's never done anything on a Thursday night.
You've never done anything except for Monday nights.
Yeah, Monday nights are my prime nights.
That makes complete sense.
He sticks to
Monday
one night
nights
a
are
week, yeah.
Yeah.
You go to church on Sunday, and then
Go
Monday
to church Tuesday through Saturday,
you pack
Sunday.
it out. Yep.
I take
But
a sleep.
here we are. This is the Hot Dirt Show. My name is Zachary Pape. I'm the host of this program, at least for now, still on this island. We are here at hotdirt.net as well as 93.3 The Egg in North Bank, New York. What's up to everybody in North Bank? You been over there recently? Been getting a lot of rain.
Yeah, it's been rainy. I live there now, so
You moved to North Bank?
I moved to
Where
North
at?
Bank.
Where at?
Goundiver.
Goundiver.
It's
That's
a
on.
crossbreed.
That's an East North Bank.
Yeah, East North
Yeah.
Bank.
You
Okay,
saw
I don't go
it?
over there too much. Cheap housing.
It's
Scared.
It's not the best part of the city. I would
It's an
say.
honest living, though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I live in West Creek, so just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a shot of that way, to you.
I've walked through there once.
Yeah.
So what?
That's nice.
Are we? Is this West Crick, as in
Creek.
creek?
No,
Or are you
it's
going
just- it's West
C-R-I-C-K?
It's C-R-I-C-K.
Wow, West
Short
Crick.
for crickets.
Wow.
Spelled how you say
West,
it.
Yep, West Crickets.
So
But they just shorten it to West Crick because there's too many syllables.
Yeah, you don't want to say too much.
It's a
So thanks everybody for tuning in here. Starting a little bit late, but no big. You're fine. I'm fine. We're all fine. I'm joined by the intern, Isaiah. Welcome back to the show.
Yo, 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 yo.
We have got. How do you pronounce your last name, actually?
I just cleared my throat to make it sound
Yeah.
super dramatic,
Yes,
like
I
this
feel
is going
this
to be
the
a
first
hard
time
thing.
you said your own
It's
name in a while.
yeah, and this is the professional way to say it. My Italian ancestors would be proud of me if I told you the proper way, which is what I tell people. It's just Di Martina.
Oh, Di Martina.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you think it was?
I don't know. Just
It's
making
not,
sure.
It's not Di Martina.
That's in my head. That's what it goes to.
Oh, you know what? But it would wait. That's way more badass.
Di Martina.
The-
Sounds like a hockey player almost.
Yeah, like be like my first name would be like Andolchev.
See,
Di
I-
Martina,
Andolchev
yeah.
Di Martina is like a center, and I'm just like really, really good.
I always thought it
Best.
was DeMartina. You ever
It's
been
not.
called that? No.
Never been called that. That's the first time I've been
All
called
right.
that.
I was just thinking, like, through the American language that I've learned in school, that's how we would pronounce it here.
Yeah, but yeah, it's for the record, always on paper, it's Di Martina.
Well, we're joined by Alex Di Martina. Maybe the first time in studio, actually.
Just as me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. There's a
That's
first
the-
time for everything, right,
I know
Isaiah?
it's weird because I sound real stupid in the monitor because it's my own voice, and I'm just not.
Just a normal dude.
Yeah, I'm just a guy, and it sucks.
Just a guy.
And it sucks, brother.
Sucks being a guy.
It
It
sucks.
sucks being a brother.
So.
But yeah, so we're back here after a little bit of a, I'm not gonna say break, Isaiah. I'm done. We're just doing it when we do it. But we're coming up on show 50, which doesn't sound like that much, but to me, to us, good achievement,
It
right?
means a lot to me.
Yeah.
It's I've really never stuck with anything this long in my life. So I just kept coming back, and here
And
we
you've
are.
been here
Yeah.
for most of them.
How long has this been, like, overall?
About a
time-wise.
year and a half. I'd say.
You've only stuck with something for a year and a half.
About on it. Well, my relationship is second longest. I'm going on 2 with that.
Which is gonna live longer. Isaiah's relationship or
show.
the Hot Dirt Show?
Well, see, right now your relationship's in the lead, but you're saying it's second, so that's where I'm.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
you actually
because
got
I
me
know
there.
Hot Dirt's here for life.
Oh, okay. So he's predicting the future. He's
Yeah.
talking
Good
in future
answer.
tense.
I'm actually going to school to be a weatherman, so I'm working on like predicting the future and all.
Yeah.
You should get a magician's permit also.
That would be cool.
Permit. Do they need a permit?
Yeah.
Wow.
Where do you get that? City Hall?
Yeah, it's just because like
you get
a
that at
lot of
Party City, I'm
yeah, a
pretty
lot
sure.
of magicians have like a lot of fun, so it's, you gotta get a permit because you're not supposed to legally have that much fun.
Oh. That's fair.
Is magic legal? Like if I had a quarter
I can't
and
call
then
it.
I pulled it out from the back of your ear, is that like a citation or am I scot free?
Or is it information? Because now I know that there was money behind my ears, and here I am.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
no
not every
longer
day.
magic at that point?
I'm picking it up. So tonight we got some things on the docket. Hurricane Tayne's gonna be sliding through town in just a little bit. He can't
Yeah, I
stay
heard.
he can't stay for too long.
No one wants him to stay for long. Anyway,
Yeah.
so.
Best in short bursts, I guess. And I'm gonna tell a couple stories here, and we're just gonna have some fun. Just getting back into the seat and doing the show.
These guys being dudes.
Nothing, guys being dudes. I do have an ad read actually. Remember the ad reads?
I remember them.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So
right.
maybe we can get Hurricane Tayne to do an ad read.
That would be cool. That'd be something.
when we get there.
Oh, that'd be kind of neat.
But
That'd be a neat treat.
yeah, so I'm gonna tell the story. Now weeks ago I had posted something to the Hot Dirt Show's Instagram at Hot Dirt Show, and it was a photo of a pad of paper that had a bunch of scribes on it, some writing. And what that was a couple pages of some, some words that I wrote when I had gotten. What's the most scientific way to put it?
Inspired.
Inebriated.
Oh.
Most scientific way.
Yeah.
Ripped.
Okay.
You got ripped.
I got cooked.
Yeah,
Smoking
that's another good one.
Smoking on some loud.
Yeah.
And no, I mean, well, yes, but
That herb was so fire. Helen
It was
Keller knows
hell
it's Helen Keller knows it's loud. You know what I mean?
yeah,
For sure.
I'm picking you up, bro. But that was the first time I'd done it, and I'm not here to make some sort of big deal out of it, like I'm some reefer addict now, which I am. Smoke pot every day.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
And like an advocate, you just are on every single street corner just being like, if you're not buying hemp,
Yeah.
if you're not buying hemp underwear, you don't contribute to the greater good and you don't deserve to
Legalize
use
or die,
Yeah.
bro. Get Trump on weed, fix this country.
Yeah.
Forget it. Are you crazy? And
People are intense, man.
but I'd done it for the first time. So what had happened here for years and years and years, I'd never had smoked it for no specific reason. I think maybe subconsciously is because I was around people who did it so often. I just chose to not do it, just to be an ass.
Rise above.
Rise above hate, bro. Rise above drugs. You fall below. And so I had never done it. And our buddy Grits was in town. You know Grits. He's been on the show a few times. He was in town from Seattle, and he had some of the good on him. So, and I decided, I'm just gonna try it just because I want to know what it feels like. I didn't have plans to be doing it all the time necessarily, and so I was just gonna try it. So Grits and I tried it. The first time, nothing happened. Then we kept smoking throughout a few days, and like a little bit happened, but not that much. So in my head, I was just like, not so much that I was tolerant to it, because I know I wasn't dumb. Like, I'd never smoked it before. There's no way I'm just going to be super tolerant to it.
That's literally impossible.
Yeah, but I think I just I don't know what I was thinking exactly, that it just, like, wasn't affecting me that much. So I would smoke, not a fair amount, but an amount of some sort, and nothing would happen, really. And then there was one night we were here at the studio just messing around like boys do. And
That's
yeah, boys do mess around.
That you're not wrong.
Yeah. And so we were here and we were doing it again, and he had pointed something out to me, like he noticed that I hadn't been doing it properly, apparently, unbeknownst to me.
You didn't do weed good.
I didn't do weed that good up until that point.
Do weed gooder or better, honestly.
Get gooder, get more gooder.
Get good.
Get good at it. And so he corrected me, I guess, or gave me some pointers on how to hit reef, I suppose. And so I did it right, I guess. And so in my head, I was like, okay, I can handle a good amount of this, I guess. A dumb thought. And so I was working off the same level as I had been the whole week, which I wasn't inhaling it properly is what it was. And so, but I didn't realize that. So at this last time, I finally was inhaling it properly, or at least half good, I guess. But I was smoking to the same level as I was before. But nothing ever happened until now, which is when I did it right. So I smoked way too much of it. And at first, it didn't set in at first, obviously. But I remember we went and sat down on the couch, and I was like, Grits, this is a fucked up feeling, bro. I'm going to swear tonight. Swears are on limits tonight. So.
All right, well, there it is. Cat's on the bag. God damn it.
And, yeah. And so we were sitting there, and then it set in more and more and more and more. And I was like, Grits, this is crazy. And so it was just like starting, and the worst part of it hadn't come yet. And he's like, man, just relax. And Grits is also high, which you'll come to find out soon was not what I wanted at all in the scenario. But he's sitting there like, what's your favorite band, bro? And I told him something, and he put it on, and I was just sitting there listening to it. But I'm listening, and like I can't concentrate on it at all. And I've never been in that state where you just can't, unless you're drunk, I guess is maybe the closest thing, but not even to that. It's not the same. And I just couldn't concentrate on it all. And then it really started hitting me, and I was like getting so paranoid. I don't know about what though. I remember thinking, like, legitimately multiple times, I was like, I gotta go to the hospital and get something done for this. So like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna be like this for the rest of my life. I felt I was going to be stuck in like this high where I literally could not get off the couch if I tried. And I was just sitting there. But I remember thinking like, oh, I can't go to the hospital. It's going to sound so stupid when I get to the hospital. If I'm
They're going to be like,
you're going to laugh.
Yeah. Room 4 is the high guy.
Yeah. Exactly. And then the worst part of it is I had to work the next morning, not super early or anything, and I was getting so paranoid that I was have to call into work and tell them that I was like too high to work. Like, not even if that was the case, why would I tell them that? I could just say something else, like, "Oh, I'm sick. I've got the shits," or something like.
You were just bound.
I was bound. Yeah, I was bound. I was corked up, and so I remember thinking like, I have to call work and tell them that I got way too high last night, and then Grits is just egging me. I don't know if he's egging me on necessarily. But he was trying to ask me all these deep questions, I felt, and I could be wrong. But I swear he was doing that at the time. But I was somehow aware enough that I was like, I know you're purposely asking me deep questions, trying to get like, knowing that I was high, pretty much, and trying to get some sort of deep connection out of me. I could be wrong. But
or you could have been high.
Or I could have been high. But then I'm sitting there, and my like leg was twitching like crazy, and I was like, dude, I can't stop twitching. And then I was like, Grits, you are too high. You got to call my sister over here. I need somebody like sober to like level me out, to know that there's like normal people on the planet basically at this point.
That's like, I've heard people say stories like, you got to call my mom, you got to call my dad, you got to call my brother. I'm too high. Not that like, you gotta call my sister, you're too high.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not dealing with you.
Yeah, well, it was like, I was definitely
funny.
more high, but I needed somebody that was sober at that moment, basically. And Grits wasn't the person. So my sister came over. It felt like, she probably only took her like 10 minutes to get here. It felt like it took hours to get here. And I remember I kept checking my phone, like, to make sure that I wasn't texting anybody dumb shit. Because I was like, oh, dude, I would like go in and out of a state of like being very aware of what was happening.
Yeah. Like,
mostly not, but
ultra aware though.
I go like super aware to like completely on a different planet in a matter of seconds. And so my sister came over and we were just watching like videos. But I remember that there was a point where, and this is like classic movie trope thing, where we're in the main room here, the studio, the green room, bro, and I was sitting on the couch, and in front of me there's a coffee table probably like 1.5 feet away from me. And on the coffee table there was a lighter sitting there. And I remember looking at my sister, and I was like, Morgan, I've been thinking about it. I gotta try and grab that lighter right now. I just gotta prove to myself that I can do it. So I reach out and I go like, just like in the movies where it's like you get into a room and it expands like 25 times. I remember like going to grab the lighter and I swear it took like 2 minutes to get to it, even though it was
Just for your hand
so
to,
close.
arm to extend, you're just like, oh.
It was like, it felt like it was so far away, and it just wasn't. But then I got it, and I was like, I got it. And I kept asking for reassurance after that, not just for the lighter, but for other things. I was like, I would kick my leg on the ground. I'd be like, Morgan, did I just kick my leg on the ground? To like, I don't know why, to like make sure that I was actually doing things.
And verified that you're alive. So.
Yeah, and I was like, Morgan, you gotta record this. It'll be so funny. And then the next day at work, I was like, Morgan, send me those videos. She sent it. It was like, wasn't anything.
It was stupid.
It was just stupid as hell. Like, it didn't seem
You
any
shaking your
different.
leg.
Yeah, and then at some point, I came into the studio. They were watching, like, I don't even know, some sort of just weird YouTube videos. And I came into this studio, where we do the show, and I was sitting where Alex is now. Not that it matters, he can't see, but and I just started writing page after page of just like total nonsense. So I'm not gonna read it all because, you know, not to lessen the mood here, but a lot of this is like remarkably depressing, which really makes me wonder, like, I've heard people say, like, when you're high, man, you're like yourself. You see your true self. And if, like, I hope that's not my true self. I mean, it's not, like, suicidal or anything, but, like, this just, like, the most self-conscious thing I've ever read. And I don't even think about myself like that. In normal life, I don't think I do, but apparently at the time I clearly did. But I'll read some of this here and skim through it, see if there's anything, like, real good.
Is it cringy?
Probably at times, yeah. Well, the first line is Zach Ho, you're high. What is this? You will show this on the show next week. 3.4 people will laugh, and then 3.4 people will cry. Maybe I should announce the show to people before I do it. People may think it's funny. ? Morgan is funny. That's my sister. Okay, Isaiah. See, I literally wrote down, this is an eye-opening experience. Isaiah was asking me earlier. It was like, is it an eye-opening experience? I guess it was. What is this? Something was. I can't read half of this. I mentioned Keith at some point, which we've been trying to get Keith on the show for damn weeks at this point.
Were you professing your love to Keith?
Yeah.
Cool.
There's a point where I acknowledge that I'm not going to be able to read this at all, which is true. Then right next to it says, I say that will get a laugh. Me just searching for laughs here. Let's see.
It's good that you're proofreading before you're just ripping through them.
Yeah, right.
You say something like really like, you're like, oh man, that wasn't supposed to happen.
No. Here's me writing out like a plan for some sort of show of some sort, because right here it says 6 p.m. opening monologue. And then Grits, belligerent, I put next to it. So I was aware of that.
Seemed like you're kind of mad about it.
I guess so.
Belligerent's a big boy. That's a big boy way of saying like you're just really fucked.
There's me. I drew the table at this point. At some point, here we go. This is my drawing. That's the table that we're at right now.
What do you have labeled?
Right.
What do you have labeled on the table?
There's HGHQ for the letters on the table.
Oh, nice.
And then there's a point where I said, hyper focus. Am I on fucking acid? Me wondering. Okay, I put C'est la vie on one page. I started listing off some of my friends on another page.
Am I on that list?
No, I think I only got to like
the hell?
4 people.
You only got to 4 friends.
I'm not in your top 4.
And then
That's cool, though.
I switched it out. You're in my top 5. You just missed the cut.
Yeah, he did 4, not 5. Don't feel bad. That's why I don't get mad when he doesn't do top 8s.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the Hot Dirt Show is going to start bringing back top 8s. Our top 8 of the week.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, right? Top 8 with Tom from MySpace.
Top 8 of the week. Oh, man. Yeah, that's good. We should.
All right. There we go. I drew a tree.
Is it any good?
No. I drew a bird. Want to check this out? Okay, this is pretty sick. And it says "Rise, bitch" on it. Let's see.
What? Yeah, that's how stoned he was. He started turning into a revolutionary.
Yeah. You like that shit?
Was that a bird?
Yeah, it's a bird.
Okay.
You think it's a bird, Isaiah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For your sake, I'll call it a bird.
Okay.
Or it just looks like
It's
a
a
face
bird.
with the body.
It's a bird.
No, I agree.
It's got feet.
I'm not gonna disagree, but I agree it's a bird.
I drew out. I was apparently taking measurements of something. Here's 16 inches.
That's super important.
Yeah.
Was it square?
Some project going on. I guess so. Yeah. And let's see. That's about it that I'm gonna read on the show, but
Nice.
because I mean the rest of it's not like that
The rest,
depressing,
oh, it's
but
probably
it's like
super good,
it's just like
juicy.
yeah. So that's it. Yeah, and then the next morning, okay, so the story doesn't end there. I ended up falling asleep at some point, and I remember I woke up the next day. I was definitely still high, or at least thought I was still high. Whether I was for real or not, I don't know. But I couldn't drive home, and I had to work in a couple hours. So I was like, you know what? I just have to walk home. Maybe this will make me feel better. It didn't. But I walked from here. Our studio is right on the Buffalo line. It's in Kenmore, but it's like right on the line. I live over about an hour and a half walk away, I would say, from here. It's like into the west side.
It's a hardy walk.
It's a good walk. And on the way home, I was like, I gotta get coffee, man. It'll pick me up. And I got a coffee, and I remember I was carrying a coffee and like an egg sandwich, and
How did you order?
Yeah,
I just was like,
tell us about that
nah,
experience.
I wasn't like super fried out of my mind at this point. Like I was cognizant of what was going on, but I was definitely still like didn't have the same mobile.
Spaced out, would you say?
Yeah, definitely. And I got it fine, but I was walking home. I was like struggling to figure out how to carry an egg sandwich and a coffee at the same time for some reason. I was like, what's the best way to carry this stuff?
I love this because these are all like classic.
I know, right? It's ridiculous.
All of these things are classic. I got high and I don't know how to use my arms.
Yeah, and I kept
situations.
spilling the coffee on myself, like through the little Tim Hortons lid,
Yep.
basically, and I kept spilling all over my hands, and just like burning the shit out of my hands. And then I got home, and I still felt like weird for the rest of the day, but I wasn't like fried out of my mind. And so that was it. I mean, the story itself is like obviously doesn't sound insane beyond words or anything, but you know, having had the whole experience myself and knowing like every step of the way, I can't figure this goddamn mic out. And that was like one of the worst experiences I've ever had in my life, bar none. Like one of the worst things I've ever had to deal with, I'd say. So
What do you think, Isaiah?
I don't know. I was putting myself in like that perception, like trying to think back to my first time like smoking weed, and even for my acid trips, like just trying to really relate. And I feel you, brother.
you've tripped on acid before?
More times than I can count.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I also remember before we were talking about that. I can 100% believe that also.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
You're lying.
He's not. He's a lioness.
I have no reason to lie.
I can't figure out if he's lying.
He's a
or not, actually.
lioness. You know, like the big cat, but a girl version.
Yeah.
Nice.
Says a little bitch.
What the fuck, dude?
Isaiah, tell the listeners. So
Uh-oh.
we're gonna bring TAYNE in a couple minutes here. But as we're coming up on show 50, there's something you gotta tell the people. Not that we do this super often, but yeah. And you won't be on the show for a fair amount of time, and you don't have to tell everybody where you're going if you don't want to. I mean, it's up to you. But just say what's going on.
All
Okay.
right, so I'm going to a place.
Okay.
A place that I would say is halfway. Well, no, actually,
Far.
completely the opposite side of the globe.
Yes.
And I'm going there in hopes to put myself through a 10-day meditation retreat called Vipassana.
Oh, is that true? I
Yeah,
haven't- I
no,
haven't heard
that's
this.
I'm really looking into that, like at a authentic Buddhist temple.
Okay.
And so for those 10 days, you can't talk to anybody. You can't look at yourself in the mirror. It's just like silent meditation and eating and
Wow.
sleeping. So I'm going to attempt to do that just to see what good it does for me, you know.
Okay.
And
And you'll be gone for how long, you think? I mean, it varies, but like at
ballpark,
least. What's the minimal time you'd be there?
minimum definitely a month, maybe a month and a half. Because while I'm there, I'm also flying out to Thailand,
Okay.
like Bangkok, and I might spend like 2 weeks there. But then I'm gonna go back to China.
Wow.
For however long.
Well, Isaiah, when do you leave?
It will be August 30th at 8 p.m. or 2000 if you're not on civilian time.
Hoorah! Military time. And so, yes, Isaiah will be leaving us again, just like last summer.
Spreading the word, baby.
Spreading the word. And
taking the show with me.
Taking it global.
I am.
And so we won't be having him on the show for a while. And whether that means we don't do the show or...
the show will go on.
We do less shows or more shows, for all I know. That is to be decided. But we're coming up on 50 soon, which is cool. And like the plan right now, the hope, I'm not announcing this as official because like everything else I said, you know how it goes.
Oh, I know how it goes.
Once it's announced, it doesn't happen.
Yep. And
so
that's the way I was raised,
yeah,
actually.
Exactly. I think that's the problem with
Yeah.
me too. Is I always lived up. I would be told one thing that was gonna happen, never fucking happened.
Dude.
All the time. So that's probably where it comes from with doing the show. So I'm not saying this is for sure happening. I'm hoping it does, trying to make it happen. But we're gonna do special like 2-3 hour episode 50 episode.
50 hours long.
A 50-hour long episode for episode 50, and it'll be like a Goodbye Isaiah episode, and it's gonna be kind of like a big party like we had for the Christmas show, which was fun, and you didn't get to be a part of.
No.
Hopefully this year though, and yeah, we're gonna do that sometime in August before the 25th. Hopefully Alex can make it. We're trying to do like a 3-hour show like we did for that Christmas one for episode 50.
A Christmas one you're planning already. We haven't even hit Thanksgiving.
Christmas in
Halloween.
July. And
that's fine.
It's going to be a Goodbye Isaiah because he's going to China at the end of August.
You know what I think would make a great episode?
Please tell me right now.
If your mom hosted the show, my mom was the intern, and like everyone else's mom were just like, if the moms hosted the show.
Oh
that'd
man,
be cool.
imagine all the stuff they'd say that doesn't happen.
Yep.
Oh my god. It would be the biggest show of false hope you've ever heard in your life.
Total mom.
We were just saying, Alex, that our moms on the show. There's a tradition, time-held tradition, where if something gets announced, it doesn't happen, not on purpose. But the second we announce something as to be coming down the pike on the show, it never happens.
So you don't want to do this then because you're announcing?
No, I didn't announce it as official. I'm saying it's an idea.
Okay.
That we're hoping to have happen. That's how I'm gonna try and loophole this one.
Okay.
I'll be there.
I do think it will happen, but
you're just saying it's not going to happen.
It's probably won't happen, but we'll see. I'll keep you updated. But we're saying that the show has a sense of this false hope because our moms used to instill that in us, where they would say something. They'd say one thing that was going to happen, like, "Oh, I'm going to get you this," or "We're getting this. We're getting takeout tonight," and
it would never happen.
Yeah, and it would never happen.
And this whole time,
and I think it's been just instilled in my being.
I understand that. This whole time I'm sitting here thinking that's what fathers are for.
Right.
You know?
Wrong.
Did that?
Wrong.
You know.
Wrong.
That got weird, didn't it?
Got sad. It's okay. And but I think so. Yeah. I feel like I had something else. I was gonna talk about Ed Nickel, but I'll save it for another week.
Who's the most handsome guy in this room? I vote Isaiah.
Isaiah, yeah.
I would say Zach.
No, it's Isaiah.
Zach's definitely second.
Yeah.
This is something we are gonna do for next episode, though. I will announce this.
Most handsome intern competition.
Yes. And I'm gonna announce it, and it's gonna happen for 49. I've for a while, not that long. It really just came to light today. So for about 2 hours, an hour and a half, Isaiah went out on the roof, him and I was like, man, it's so nice out. We should do a show outside. So episode 49, we're gonna do it on the roof. We're gonna do an outside show.
That's so great. That's my favorite thing.
And it sounds like epic, as if it's gonna be some crazy thing, like we're going in the forest. We're literally gonna move our equipment 15 feet in front of us. Onto the roof.
That's about 15 feet.
Maybe we should do the show down on the sidewalk. I think that'd be
cool.
funny.
Get some passerbys.
Yeah. or at the corner. Maybe just do it way over at Target.
And just run the longest lines ever
Yeah.
all the way back.
So much, 400 feet of XLR going, daisy chain all the way down.
Hell yeah,
there.
brother.
Yeah. So 49.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. 49. We're gonna be outside. What that means, I don't know. The show's probably the same thing. We're just gonna be outside, and you'll be able to hear us less probably. That's what it means for you. Like that motorcycle in the background that you just heard, or whatever it was, or car. What do you think that was?
It was a Honda.
Honda.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be able to hear that louder.
Because I would actually like to say North Bank compares pretty well to New York City. It's like a pretty big, fast-moving city. Everyone's always in a rush, and who knows, maybe
That's
some
what
gunshots.
Everyone always has said, and I in agreement with that North Bank is just little New York City. That's the slogan.
Yeah.
Little New York City.
Yeah. It's been the slogan since what was it?
As long as I remember.
Yeah.
I'm 22, whatever that means to you.
About 22, at least 22 years old. The slogan is.
At least 22 years. Put a stamp on that one.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go a song real quick here, and then we're gonna come on back. And TAYNE should be getting here sooner than later.
Yeah, he just texted me and told me he's got in. He had a problem with, he's driving all the old trucks all the time. He had something going on.
Is he tractor trailer driver?
It depends. He has a fifth wheel.
Okay.
He's got a tractor trailer.
It depends.
He's out in a lot of. When I met him the first time, he was working out in a farm, like way out in Wyoming, and just used to just ride a corn harvester around.
Wow.
Yeah.
The old international harvester, man.
Yeah.
You can't beat it.
No, American made.
American made.
God blessed.
American tough. Hot Dirt Show back in just a few minutes. welcome back to the Hot Dirt Show here at hotdirt.net. My name is Zach. I'm the host. Joined by Isaiah, and now in the studio. Passing through just for a quick few seconds. And hang on the line, caller. Hang on the line, okay? Hurricane TAYNE in studio. My brother. Haven't seen you since Christmas.
Yeah, Zach, it's been a long time. I've been on the road for a while now. And I see that Isaiah's here, too.
Yep, cutie.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
I saw you. Were you? Was he?
He wasn't at the Christmas party.
It's the first time I'm meeting you, huh?
Yeah. They say don't meet your hero, so I hope it's not one of those, you know?
Listen here, I don't want to shame you nothing, and I don't want to make you feel a certain way, but I'm glad that we're here. And I'm not going to disappoint you. I ain't going to let you down, I promise that.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. All right.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, we're going to go to the phones, though, right now. 716-218-3458 is the number. Hot Dirt Show, you're on the air.
Hey there, Zach. This is Ben Stump reporting in. We got some major happenings in North Bank today.
Oh, okay. What's going on, Ben? What? Lay it on me.
Oh, you haven't heard?
I haven't opened the Tribune today, so let me know.
Well, the last Jamba Juice station in North Bank is set for demolition next week, and there's one hell of a protest going on outside right now.
Wow, this late. Okay. What's I mean, is something announced to be going in? That's a long-standing Jamba Juice right there. That's a North Bank institution, that Jamba Juice there. Isaiah, you got your first there. Your
yeah.
hee-hoo.
I know what you're talking about, baby.
Yeah. So there's TAYNE.
No,
go
it
ahead.
It is, and that's part of the argument happening right now. I met with Aspen Moonshine earlier, and she's upset that Jamba Juice closing may be the death knell for the wholesome living community that has been generated here in North Bank, and it's just been unique to the area, modeled after all the other soulful, mindful communities across the nation. And they're worried that this healthy living may just die off in the town, and they're very unhappy about it.
Now, what was that name again? Aspen Moon?
Aspen Moonbeam.
I feel like I know her from somewhere. Does she work at like the local EMS or something like that?
No, but she does sell a lot of weed.
Oh, okay. Maybe Isaiah must have bought something off her once. You got that space weed off her. That's what you got.
Oh, you got me.
Yeah, okay.
Now you boys better start relaxing here. I gotta ask him.
No, and it really is a shame. I mean, I got to talking to her, and in between bouts of furious, nonviolent yoga protesting, which was remarkable, I have to say, she got some really good points in it. It's just that North Bank is on a cusp right now of attracting a new locale, of attracting a new type of person, and that's great for the community, she says. But also, there's a counter protest happening for people who are in favor of the end of this new world order, hippie, mind control, vegan living. You know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to who to agree with, and I was hoping you could help get some insight and settle one of these arguments here.
So you're looking for some insight from the show here that we can help?
I mean, any North Bank local has really got any good ideas on how to handle this. You know, I mean, they're going to Papa, the big Papa himself, Papa John is trying to build a new pizzeria in its place.
They're trying to put
a monument to grease and death.
Well, firstly,
I used to
kind of like Papa John's.
But I'll tell you what, Zach. I used to drive a truck for Papa John's.
Oh, okay.
A big truck.
Big truck.
It was ingredients truck.
Oh,
ingredients there to Papa John's, and you know what? It was the better ones.
Ooh.
So
you've got conflict of interest here, Tim.
I know Papa John. Listen.
Okay.
He's not a nice man.
Oh,
so you don't want to cross his path.
Oh.
I don't welcome him in the North Bank, and I don't think you guys should either.
Oh, so taking a stand. All right, so we've got Hurricane TAYNE is on our side right now, and he's a man of many hats, and that's
many hats. I got different socks
and many cars, many trucks.
Lots of trucks.
Lots of work.
Right.
A lot of work to do, though.
A lot of work to do. They're usually always breaking down. An oil pump on my K5 Blazer just went out, and that's what took me so long to get here.
But you own them. That's fine. That's the coolest part.
Yeah, I don't have a bank note, so there's all that. You know, a lot of things criticizing me. You know, people saying, get your ducks in a row, TAYNE, and I'm just trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
One, Chevrolet or GMG body at a time.
I hear you, brother.
Or truck.
So let's take a stand. What advice? What do you think, Isaiah? Now these people are protesting against Papa John's right now. You've got a connection.
Well, if I can be clear here, I think we might generate some more because it's not just a Papa John's.
Okay.
As you know, Papa John himself has been ousted from his own company. It's game over for him. So he's trying to reestablish himself as a pizza man, and part of the argument here on the streets is that Papa John is a bit of an unsavory character at the moment. And he's not really doing himself any favors. He's trying to call the new pizzeria the 3/5 slice.
Oh.
Ooh.
Interesting. Okay. Ooh, boy. So we've
it's hard to generate favor for that kind of thing here. Although it's getting a lot of support, which is a little frightening, I have to say.
So who is it getting support from exactly? Can you kind of pinpoint that at all, or alt-right?
Oh,
or?
it's hard to tell. It could be a fat guy in a basement. It could be Russian trolls. It could be the locals. We really don't know here. The Change.org petition is up to about 8,000 signatures, both sides of the argument, really, and it's just hard to know who to listen to because, on one hand, the locals are all about the 3/5 slice compromise, and then a lot of locals are about trying to change the image of the town. And who's to say what's more important, tradition or ushering in a new mode of thought? Either one's scary.
Oh boy, I'm stuck on this 3/5 thing, trying to think about three. I mean, to be fair, it kind of fits the North Bank attitude. Now, when you're talking 3/5 slice, you're referencing the 3/5 compromise, right?
I can only imagine, given the Big Papa's most recent.
Exactly. I was just I was just letting the people know in the studio.
This man's a smart man. He knows what Papa John entails and all of his glitz and glamour.
Oh boy, how do we fight this, Isaiah?
Well, you see what you do is.
On one hand, it sounds like a great deal for pizza.
It does sound like a pretty good deal.
It's a smoking deal.
Sounds like pretty cheap pizza.
That is.
Sounds like you only pay
multiple
$3.50
pizzas for cheap.
Honestly, it's the best deal that there is right now. So, it's a good deal, but it's bad. Papa John's just not a good man.
It's a bad deal on juice, though.
So do you take the moral high road here, or do you take the high road for your hunger? What do you do? It's like, Jamba Juice, be it as traditional, well, not traditional, but, the stature that it holds in the city, be it as it may, smoothies, not cheap. Pizza, in this scenario, pretty cheap, if I say so myself.
See, in a situation like this, when I have...
So is Papa John trying to do the most good for the most people here? I think so. I think it's right in the right place.
I think Papa John's is trying to make a quick buck.
That's all he's doing. He's just commercializing, and you need to stop
He's
falling a victim to the kind of this new creative thinking,
I would say he's taking advantage of an easy situation.
I'm starting to think our friend here is in a Papa John's delivery vehicle right now, possibly.
Yeah.
I think... Hold on, what'd you say your name was?
Caller. What'd you say your name was? What'd you say your name was again?
This is Ben Stump, Zach.
Ben Stump.
We go way back.
Ben Stump. Yeah. Old friend Ben Stump, middle school guy. Kind of a nerd.
Did he like pizza?
What's that?
Was he a pizza boy? Or was
he loved pizza.
Okay.
Wouldn't eat it with the sauce.
Seems like he doesn't know the first goddamn thing about pizza. Ben Stump lives in I don't want no trouble with you, but I'm going to have to beg to differ on the Papa John's thing. It ain't better pizza or better ingredients.
Oh boy. Well, yeah, I don't even know where we go with this one. I don't live in North Bank anymore, so I'm going to Pizza Hut all the time anyway, and I'm getting smoothies. I don't know, my mom's making me smoothies. So I gotta hand this off to Isaiah to make the final stance for the show. And
it's all on you.
Isaiah, would you patron a Jamba Juice or a 3/5 slice pizza joint?
I hold my loyalty to Jamba Juice. Just because, I do love pizza. There. I love pizza and stuff, but the good man in me, he's a Juice fan, and I believe Juice makes the world go round,
Wow. That was deep.
They call you IJ the Juice Man.
They call me, yeah. My middle name is actually J for Juice.
I knew that. Your mother told me.
Told you. Yeah, she tells everyone.
Well, I guess that's where we stand. Hot Dirt
That's
Show
where I
is standing beside Jamba Juice, so sign the petition, petition.org.
All right, everybody, change.org. Keep North Bank Jamba Juice open. Fuck Papa John. That's all I have today. Thank you, Zach, for letting me call in and keep you abreast of all the local North Bank news. Goodbye.
Thank you, Ben. Talk to you soon, buddy. Ben Stump. That was nice to hear from Ben. But what's more nice in the moment to hear from Hurricane Tayne at hurricanetayne.com.
I know I wanted to get in and say a couple of things. So I've been traveling quite a bit. I just came through a little bit of section in Vermont, came down, had a little vacation, came home, and started sculpting new idea for fighter jet.
Oh, God.
TAYNE Industries.
Let's hear it. I want to hear those ideas.
Well, I got a couple of them. The first one I just wanted to say is I think it sounds really cool when I say TAYNE Industries.
Yeah.
That sounds got a nice ring to it, doesn't it? So
sounds like a movie company, like
that TAYNE Industries.
Yeah,
you're right. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's really like.
Hold on, let me do this. I got something cool for you. Hold on.
Do it.
Use this word. TAYNE Industries.
TAYNE Industries. Oh, it's only on you.
Yeah. Hold on. No, I got you.
TAYNE Industries.
Oh, it didn't work.
It didn't work. TAYNE.
Does yours work?
TAYNE.
TAYNE Industries.
Oh, hold on. There we go.
TAYNE.
Is it my? Oh, it's my turn now. TAYNE Industries. Welcome to TAYNEindustries.net.
I like that a lot, Zach. I will tell you. Yeah, I like. You know what? I sound better like this.
Yeah,
No,
I think so.
I don't sound so good. I used to know a female that spoke Swahili, so.
I think I'm gonna keep my microphone just like this.
That sounds badass.
I demand respect. Whoa.
That's badass, Zach.
You sound like. Oh, I sound like it too.
I'm kind of scared. I feel like I'm in a room with androids, and TAYNE gets weird around robots.
Yeah. Okay, continue on. TAYNE Industries, you got the fighter jet.
F-14 TAYNE Cat.
Nice, all right.
TAYNE Cat.
Hyperspeed.
So you replaced the hell with Tayne.
No, Tom with TAYNE. It was a
Tomcat.
Used to be a Tomcat
Okay.
made by the United States. Now it's made at Tayne's Whale Farm. I got a hangar out back.
Hell yeah.
I hired 45 German aeronautical engineers. Used to work with the communist West Germany, or was it East Germany? And well, I reckon they knew how to make a few things fly, whether it be missiles or what have you. So I said, hey, why don't you come on over and we can make some fighter jets, So that's how that ended up going. But a while after, started having problems with the whole flying aspect of it. They're kind of made cheaply, so we had an issue with them really getting off the ground for a while. Ended up hiring 45 Austrian aeronautical engineers also, not remembering their cultural history. Ended up having a lot of feuds going on, but we ended up coming up with the F-14 TAYNE Cat.
No, that was just you and your team, or you by yourself? You and the kids?
I came up with the name. And then they came up with kind of the rest. I guess it's got some pretty badass missiles and shit on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, about 40 missiles.
Are you thinking of lining the inside of this thing with Tayne's Tayne's rugs? Carpets?
That's a good question.
Ooh, put a new term to carpet bomb.
Wow.
See, Zach and Isaiah. Carpet bombing is, kind of a cheap way to do war. See, these fighter jets aren't really, used for all sorts of uses. They're not just for warfare.
Yeah.
You can use them for all sorts of stuff. You know, family outings. Quickest way to get to Marine Land is on a fighter jet, as my grandpa Willard used to say.
Yep.
Huh.
You remember? You met my grandpa Willard?
Yeah. We met him.
So
pool
yeah,
parties, crazy
yeah.
pool parties.
He's wild.
You wouldn't
He's
believe it.
wow.
You've never swam till you swam in Grandpa Willard's pool. Willard, sorry.
I do feel really left out if that's what you're trying to make me feel like.
Cry, I am, and
all
we're
right.
not. There we go.
I just cut myself, so.
That was quick.
That was a little reactive, huh?
Yeah.
First cut's the deepest and the most regrettive.
This guy always overreacting.
That's, you know what though? I respect a man that's got emotion like that. You know.
I'm not macho, I'll tell you that now.
You're passionate about everything.
About the Christ.
Yes.
Correct.
Correct. That is the right answer.
So, are we getting rugs in this thing or what? Oriental rugs, yes or no?
I'm lining the whole goddamn aircraft
Oh,
carrier. I'm
yeah.
lining it top to bottom, front and back. Four easy payments of $7,599.38. You can have the down payment for one of my 14 TAYNE cats, and we're developing another one.
Another.
Let's hear it.
Exclusive.
S77 high octane.
Oh.
Ooh, wow.
But it's oct, so it's OCT, like, you know, octo.
Yeah.
It's got 8 wings on it.
8 wings.
8 wings for stability.
For nothing else but stability. That plane's not going down. Doesn't matter. You could fire one of your missiles at it from the TAYNE cat.
My missiles are the best missiles.
And it won't bring the other plane down. It just won't.
It can't
Stop
happen.
asking about it. It just won't.
Exactly. A lot of people ask me about it. I said, why don't you knock it off before someone gets hurt? All right.
Damn it. Okay.
You know, and Isaiah, I know I just looked at you right in the eyes, and I said that pretty seriously, and I know you're probably a little scared. Listen, I'm a little scared too.
We're all a little scared. If we're gonna be honest.
But if anyone's gonna be sorry, who is it?
I'm on your team, so hopefully it's not me.
Don't be sorry. There's no reason to be. But so we got those 2 models, and then we started doing commercial and private aircraft
Stuff for like Boeing type of stuff you're talking about?
Yeah, more of airplanes like that. No good names yet though.
Still working those out.
Yeah, working the
But you're
kinks
working
out.
on kind of like a new shape.
I'll tell
I
you
heard
what.
I saw a concept. Maybe this was by one of your children. I don't know for sure. The flying bean. Okay.
There was a flying bean.
Explain that to me.
The XV-1 flying bean used double. This technology is from Romania. It's very rare. It's rare technology. And it's double reverse magnet polarity. Yeah. So that's what suspends the craft. Airborne is that process. But the reason for it is because you don't have to use any gasoline. It just uses the magnetism that's existent in the shape of the beam of the aircraft we designed. The problem is that after about 45 to 50 minutes of flight, the pilot, brain just completely scrambled eggs.
Huh.
Yeah, it just doesn't remember anything, goes in complete, disassociative state, and it's just really bad. So we can't use pilots end up being disposable, and that's just, it looks bad. A lot of people don't appreciate it, and they start protesting, this is a human life thing, and it's like, listen, I'm just here trying to make the best damn aircraft I can.
Yeah.
And
some
if
people
I have
gotta fall.
if some test pilots don't make it, it's just, sometimes the cookie crumbles your way, sometimes it crumbles my way, sometimes it don't crumble at all.
It's just a part of the process.
Sometimes you don't even have a cookie, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say just trust the process, do what you got to do to be the best.
So I appreciate that. We've been working on that. All my other stuff. The problem is the whale thing's kind of getting weird.
In what way?
Well, I found out my son he's got a problem.
Which one? Corey?
Corey. My son Corey has had this problem for a while, where he's Well, and it's just kind of against company code, but my son's just got a bad addiction to whale meat now. So
Yeah.
it's just out of control. I go outside and we have these vats that we breed a lot of the whales in, and I got a couple of humpbacks out there, Bessie and Lou, and they're out there swimming around doing their things, whatever. And he's out there and he's got a giant kind of fillet knife, slit their throat, killed them.
Jesus.
Oh,
Well,
geez.
you know that's how you got to eat whale meat. I'm not, he's just got an addiction to it. It's ruining my business, so I stopped that. The Chinese ladies with the Oriental thing, they were only going to live for so long.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
let's be honest, it's pretty goddamn cool. I got to live to 200 years old, huh? A lot of juice. It was juice and a lot of herbs.
That will do it.
Ancient secrets from the ancestors and stuff like that, keep them alive for long. And that's the reason why the rugs were just the way they were. The weave was an ancient Chinese secret. And the thing is I can't find anyone to, lay it and pass it down. No one is willing to do that work for that cheap and be a part of it, because you're not going to really make a lot of money off the bat making Oriental rugs. But if you're the only person left in the world that can make my style of Oriental rugs, people come around. You think I'm kidding? I had the prince of all of the oil empires in Saudi Arabia come over, and he asked for 2 of my rugs, and the rugs were simply for just so he can put his feet on them.
Wow.
Little small rugs.
The little guys, yeah. I see
Yeah,
it.
kind of like a welcome mat.
Yeah, the throw rugs,
Yeah.
combo set. They got 2 combo sets on the website. They got the one with that comes with a hand towel, and then they got the one with the shoehorn. So it's
Nice.
yeah. So he got one special embroidered and everything. It was very nice quality, nice kind of what's that? It's a nice material. Not polyester. I don't mess with polyester. Alpaca wool is the binding.
Okay. But like you were saying, it's kind of a dying art.
It's a dying art, using my style of because of the Chinese ladies, how old they are, and they don't want to pass down their tradition.
It's kind of selfish.
The secret dies with them.
And that's exactly it. I go in there, and it's like, you understand what I do for you. It's like, I feed you. I've kept you alive for this long, and you're gonna tell me you're not gonna let me know what the secret is, and I can't pass it down, because I was gonna pass it down to my other son, because he doesn't have a problem with whale meat. And it's just, TAYNE's in a bad spot with that. So I figured the next best thing, being fiscally responsible, tortellini testings. That's a yearly gig.
There's no downtime.
It's a seasonal thing, Tortellini only comes once a year, you know. But so we're going on to bigger and better things, and it's TAYNE Industries making fighter jets,
Making moves.
It's night moves.
Yeah, we're making fighter jets, and it's fucking badass. So
Hell yeah.
that's that,
I'll
Zach.
be down with that.
Well, hell yeah, bro.
But I'm passing through. I gotta go and I'm trying to break into Moog later, trying to steal some of Bill Moog's technology.
That's fair. Yeah, I heard he keeps the place pretty unlocked.
Yeah, he does leave it open, but it's just gotta do it at nighttime, because that's when around 12 o'clock. That's when the janitors leave.
Yeah.
Cool.
You got anything for him, Isaiah?
No.
Okay, cool. Well, hold on. We gotta. On the show, we used to do these things called. I mentioned this earlier in the show. Or maybe
An ad read.
An ad read, yeah.
I would like him to do that.
We used to do these things early on where we opened up the email. I don't remember what the email is at this point. Just logs in automatically on my computer, and people who had new businesses or something like that they had to advertise, they would write into the show and read their ad free of charge. And admittedly, it kind of was a lot of Isaiah's homies for most of the time.
Yeah.
Just begging. And I read this over, and it sounds like this one is your homie as well.
Oh boy.
Which is just great.
I told him I'd get him on the show. I told him this was the only way.
So
that's fair, and that's diplomatic of you.
Thank you.
TAYNE, I'm gonna have you come over here. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Let's see. Move the mic.
I gotcha.
Now, can you see that? All right.
I can see. Can you just tilt it like this? I can be good with that. I gotta read this. You want me to read this whole thing or just that part?
The whole thing.
From the top?
From the top. Hold on. So, how this works here is you do the first part. That'll be... There's like a format I make people submit these in. They do a little intro, and then they talk about their stuff. So once you get to the ad, though, just let me know, because I'm going to put something on for you, just to really sweeten the mood, okay?
All right, sounds good. Dear Hot Dirt Show, sup, sorry. Don't want to sound too gangsta. How are you? My name is Chris Danger, longtime resident of North Bank and mega super fan of your show. Isaiah let me know that you run a little free ad program trying to help out local businesses. I have a brand new, super cool, very fun business that I think you'd not only love letting your listeners know about, but also perhaps taking part in yourself. Let's get it.
Okay. So still one more line.
Thanks. Please read in the most white Caucasian male voice you can muster. It just fits the brand, you know. And then it says the ad part.
Okay. So, you guys ready for this? Ready to read this ad? Okay, let me get over. Usually we've got 2 monitors going here. We only got 1 tonight, so we're just having fun. We're having fun, right, Isaiah?
Guys being dudes.
Damn it, Isaiah! Thank you. Guys being dudes.
This is a kick in the pants, so, you know.
Okay, hold on. What the hell is this? Why is this working? I got the wrong. Oh my god, it's a mess tonight. Okay, whenever you're ready.
All right. Hey, kiddos. Are you sick of your...
No, your most white Caucasian voice he wants.
But I'm TAYNE.
I know, but just, TAYNE, I've heard you do white people impressions before.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Do your, the one, we've been over for parties, where you get your polo on, you pull up your khakis higher than hell, you got a big old moose knuckle down there.
Yeah, that's right. All right, pigeon toe central. All right, here we go. Hey, kiddos. Are you sick of your dork-ass parents always biting your style and being some jive-ass turkeys while you're just trying to hit that club and listen to some Dave Matthews Band deep cuts? Say no more, family. Introducing Fun Prison for Adults. The creators of the ever-successful Fun Prison for Kids brings you a new wave of entertainment for your parents. What is Fun Prison, you ask? Well, fun as friggin' heck, obviously, but there's more. Fun Prison for Adults is an immersive, highly intense, highly dope prison simulation for anyone above the age of 25. Every day, dream of your parents eating gruel and getting bitch slapped by some inmates, or perhaps you envision a life where your mom makes a shiv out of some toilet paper and stabs your dad to death. Look no further. Oh, you're concerned for your parents' well-being, or perhaps you just want to keep tabs on what the haps are inside the prison? No worries. Download our exclusive app to get live feed of what's going on inside the prison. You'll see your parents try in orange jumpsuits and lose their dignity in real time, though I'm sure your father lost his dignity many years ago. If this is all too intense, feel free to try out Fun Prison Light, a new experience that involves ball pits, sing-alongs, and free pizza. Steely Dan? More like Steely Hell Yeah. Fun Prison for Adults, located at 224 Pataki Lane in Lower North Bank.
Ad read.
I like that. That was nice.
Are you gonna send your parents over to Fun Prison?
I would if I had parents.
Guys, I tried as hard as I could. I'm not really. I'm just trying.
Yeah,
I
you're not
appreciate the effort.
You're the businessman. You're not the face of the brand.
I'm just a guy that's here to make some money.
Just a brother, dude. So, boy. Let's see. What else? You got anything else coming down the plate?
No, that's just about it.
That's about it. Where you headed off to next?
I think I'm going to go off to Waterloo.
Waterloo. What is that?
It's a place in New York State right off the edge. There's Waterloo and Clyde. But I'm going to go to the Waterloo section.
Is it like a water park?
No, it's just the name of the town.
Oh, alright.
It's named after a famous Lou.
The Lou family?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're half water beings, so that's why they call them the Waterloos,
Now that you say that, I do remember
hearing
about that.
Yeah. I know you remember them. Your great aunt Margaret used to know the Waterloos very well, but
Yeah.
that's about it. I'm just heading to Waterloo, and then I should be on my way. And in the next couple of months or so, my whole full line of planes will be out.
So, Tane, you remember years ago when we were at the, maybe it was like your 30th birthday, maybe 25th birthday? What? I think you're, cause how old are you now again? I'm sorry, at some point I just ended up losing
48.
track. 48. So, 23 years ago, I was young, and who was your wife at the time?
Well,
Brenda?
it was, yeah. I mean, and you know how that went down, so.
Yeah. But she kept telling me about this harebrained scheme you had, and it never came to fruition. And I just want to ask you about it before you leave.
That's fine.
Okay. You had an idea where, and this was when what's it called? Bubble tea was just, you know what bubble tea is?
I remember.
Bubble tea was just kind of starting to take off a bit. Okay.
It was just the beginning.
And you pitched the idea.
Mm-hmm. Because I know where you're going with this.
That tapioca balls, okay, you know at the bottom,
right?
Instead of or the boba balls, you know those ones, the little
bursting
juice
boba.
ones, yes.
Yeah.
You, instead of bursting with delicious flavored juice, you pitched they would burst, and liquor of your choice would come out.
Ooh,
that's right.
Whatever happened to that?
Boba booze. Boba booze.
You talked about gin popping out of these things, whiskey popping out of these things.
it's a great.
Sangria, you bet your
But then
ass.
you were pitching things where like vinegar would pop out or melted butter.
Like a Halloween edition.
Is that what you get for Halloween? Vinegar and melted butter?
Well, you know,
No,
like
you
the
use-
trickster jelly beans.
No, it's not like that. It was more so used for if you wanted to put boba to your everyday food. You know, you got some vinegar boba.
Okay.
You threw some of them balls.
Like a
You
dressing.
you toss some of them balls around. You put them on.
Blink.
Right, yep, right on top of your French fries. Boom, you got some vinegar balls. You got some real vinegary balls right on your fries.
But I remember you had like a sample there though at the house of
the butter balls?
vinegar, but you had ketchup ones too.
Ketchup
And
balls,
It reminded
too.
me. You reminded me because when you said French fries, because I remember. Maybe this is why it never launched.
See,
you had to throw them so hard
It
at
was-
your fries. The fries would just go everywhere and nothing would happen.
It was the polyethyl ketone casings that we used. It was the casings that we used for the balls. And they were just real hard balls, Zach. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
The
balls
They
were
got
hard.
out of hand. You'd have to throw them close to Mach 2. No, it's no joke. About 400 miles an hour. That's not even close to Mach 2, but about 1,800 miles an hour was when the breaking point was. That's why a lot of people didn't like it. And everyone using their issue being is a lot of people thought they were going to get away with it. And my problem was that I had to go way softer. So then there was the second stage of it, all right? Ended up using a different polymer blend, more acrylic-based acetyl plastic rather than a phenolic plastic. And the mixture was right, but they were a little too soft. So what happened was, you know, you would throw them at anything. I mean, you looked at them too hard and they would burst. And a lot of people complained about how easy they would spread on your French fries. But the thing is that a lot of people don't understand is that those weren't designed for French fries. Those were always, and have been, still to this day, those have been designed for meatloaf.
You're blowing my mind right now.
Good.
Would you use those if those were on the market today? What's your idea? What is it called? A boba blast? What would you call it?
Well, the Boba Booze Blasters.
Boba Booze Blaster. Okay.
Was the, and actually that was the second conception because I had the Boba Blasters first for as condiments, and then people were like, "Man, you should really, you know, put them where they actually should belong, and that's in a drink." So you put alcohol in them. That's when I came up with the Boba Booze Blasters.
Ah, okay.
So just add a little something on it, something light going on in, and then you got yourself a little ball of gin popping in your mouth, and you're saying, "Whoopsie-daisy, you know, where's Miss
Whoopsie-daisy.
Whoopsie-daisy, where's Miss Maisie?" You know.
Yeah, 5 more of those things, and you're cheating on your wife.
Uh-oh.
You better watch out.
So
Be
what?
careful, they sneak up on you. I'm
Yeah, before you know it, you're popping them all night. You and your brothers, just your homies.
Yeah, you have 3 of them, and all of a sudden you punch some guy fucking Daryl in the face, and you stole his Sportster 87, and then it's fucked.
Isaiah, before we go, actually,
yeah, brother.
Isaiah, you had a problem with your S10, right? Your truck.
Yeah.
Bring it to him, because you know auto a little bit.
Well, that's
A little bit.
I know the S10
more
chassis a little bit more than other ones, but yeah, I mean, what's going on with it?
So my Monty Caboose S10 has a coolant it's got an issue where the gasoline and the coolant are mixing in the oil well. And
you got a lot of problems going on, brother.
Well, no. See, I did that on purpose because it's a buddy of mine told me to create NOS so I could go faster.
And that's the mixture.
Yeah,
it's the golden formula.
Yeah, and it worked the first week I tried it, but just this week I haven't been really making it to work. My car would break down before I got to work, so I kind of just have to finish off running to work, and I just leave the car there. I got a few tickets, and it's just been a dilemma.
And it's been hot.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get sweaty if you're running to work.
And I can't have that.
No, so I mean that's the mix. That's the proprietary mix. Is that to make some NOS?
And
a lot of people don't know that. I
replaced the one serpentine belt. I replaced it with my leather belt because I thought the serpentine belt was cooler for fashion.
Yeah, that's an ancient. that's an ancient Swedish secret.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm trying to stay with the times and drive a fast, cool truck car, but it's not really.
Listen, we gotta do a little something, and we'll figure it out.
That sounds good because I breeded a Monte Carlo and a Ford heavy duty Ravage. I put those together and it kind of
made one giant conglomeration of manpower.
It's weird.
It sounds beautiful.
It's unlevel, but I fixed it in a way to which I could still drive it. I could still hold passengers, and it's really kind of cool. I could use it for tours. The passengers sit above the Monte Carlo, so they could see the town.
Oh, that's nice.
It's really a great idea.
Kind of like a cabana window.
Yeah, so I call it the Monte Caboose, and I really just want to get it going. Maybe I could start something for the future of vehicles.
I think you got something going here. I'm gonna have to take a look at it because I think we can work something out. Definitely, I think that would be nice.
That sounds cool. I would really appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys exchange numbers or something off air?
Oh, yeah, we're not going to do it on air.
I'll do it on air. I don't care.
I don't want to.
You guys write text.
Well, you know my one number. I tell you, 188, whales are great.
Yeah.
And then there's the other one. I told you I finally got rid of the Hot Israeli Dads website.
Yeah.
The domain expired, so I just renewed it. I just renewed it.
Yeah.
But it was when I was trying to do the ice cream thing, so it was Stan's Ice Cream Shack. It was a weird thing. So if you go to Stan's Ice Cream Shack, it brings you to the whales. Tayne's, Hurricane Tayne's Whale Farm.
It's an interesting redirect.
It's just what happens now. I tell you, this goddamn internet is wild. Don't even make any sense no more. Some things they do,
So I think that's it, Isaiah. Tayne's got to go.
Tayne's got to go.
Got to hit the high road.
We got to go.
We got to go. Yeah.
And I think that's all there is to it. So, Tayne, if you got anything else you want to say, please get off your chest. You'll be on the show soon. Because you're going to be passing back through town on your way down. Because you're going up, right? Or
I'm going back. Well, I'm kind of going back out that direction. Going to go to Waterloo. And then I think I'm probably going to go about 25 hours up into Canada.
That's far.
Yeah.
So you're going to be coming back down, and we'll catch you on the way back.
Yeah, I'll be up there.
Catch you on the way out.
Yeah, I'll be up there with Logan and Samuel, a couple of guys that I know up there.
Oh, okay.
And we go way up to Nunavut and do some ice fishing, so that's pretty cool.
Good fishing up there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it is.
So, well, thanks for coming on the show.
My pleasure, boys.
Thank you.
Thank you for
always
having
good to
me.
see you. Always good for hanging out. Isaiah, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And we're going to get you in here at least 2 more times.
Let's
49.
do that.
Or actually, we're going to get you outside for 49.
Okay.
And we're going to get you inside for 50.
Let's do that.
And then we'll see you later.
Oh, I'll see you later.
Maybe forever.
I'm going to have an international show over there. That's what I'm doing.
You should. What's the time difference?
12 hours.
12 hours. So we could be... I like this idea. Okay. One of my favorite things to do, and we'll end the show after this. The Hot Dirt Morning Show. You ever do the morning show with us before?
I've done one.
Have you?
Yep.
So now, if you're 12 hours apart, we could be simultaneously doing a Hot Dirt show at night.
Ooh.
And
I could be
a
doing
Hot
the
Dirt
morning
show in the morning. Because we would always start at 9 a.m.
It could be Chinese dirt.
Chinese dirt.
Ooh, now we're getting somewhere.
I like this. We got to do that. I'm going to send you with a microphone, Isaiah.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
And I don't know how you're going to figure this out because you're definitely not going to have a computer.
And they call it the Great Firewall of China. Like Google is obsolete, no Facebook, no Instagram, no YouTube. So China is weird. They created a knockoff brand of the American internet. So that what we call Google, they call Baidu, and that's like their search engine. So we really have to do some research.
So do you think the show will be able to stream in China, yes or no? Because I'll say this, not China, this is not China. Completely different country. But when we're doing Overnighters, a sister show to the show, they do it based out of the Greenways grocery store in North Bank, we had a couple listens in Vietnam. I know that for a fact. Can you just get over to Vietnam?
Hop, skip away.
Yeah.
I think because I was looking at plane tickets before I bought my ticket to Thailand, Vietnam is very, very cheap from China.
Okay.
Like under $100.
So you're willing to take the show to Vietnam once?
I'll do it.
Yes.
My grandpa been to Vietnam twice, so I'll do it once.
You might as well. He's been there twice. What's once going to do?
Exactly.
Come on. Serve your country, Isaiah.
Yes, sir. I'll do it.
Thank you. Yes, sir is right. All right. Hot Dirt Show will be back soon. Thank you, Tane. Thank you, Zay.
Hoorah, brother.
So I be sublime. It's enjoyable to know you in the concubines. Niggas, take off your coats. Ladies act like gems. Sit down, Indian styles, you recite these hymns. See, lyrically, I'm Mario Andretti on the Momo. Ludicrously speedy or infectious with the slow-mo. Heard me in the 80s, JB's on the promo. Am I never in the quest to get the paper on the caper? But now, let me take it to the Queen side. I'm taking it to Brooklyn side. All the residential questions who invade the air. Hold up a second, son, cause we almost there. You could be a black man and lose all your soul. You could be white and good, but don't prep the road. See, my shit is universal if you got knowledge of Dolo or Del myself. See, there's no one else who could drop it on the angle. Acute at that. So, do that, do that, do that, that. Come on. Do that, do that, do that, that. Do that, do that, do that. I'm bugging out, but let me get back cause I'm wetting niggas. So, run and tell the others cause we are the brothers. I learned how to build mics in my workshop class. So, give me the sword and let's not make it the last. We on a road tour.
A lot of kids was busting rhymes, but they had no taste. Some said Quest was whack, but now is that the case? I have a quest to have a mic in my hand. Without that, it's like Kryptonite and Superman. So Shaheed come in with the sugar cuts. Fife Dog's my name, but on stage call me Dynamite. When was the last time you heard the fight for sloppy? Lyrics anonymous, you never hear me copy. Top notch, baby, never coming less. Sky's the limit, you got to believe up in Quest. Sit back, relax, get up out the path. If not that, here's a dance floor, come move that ass. Non-believers, you can check the stats. I roll with Shaheed and the brother Abstract. Niggas know the time when Quest is in the jam. I never let a statue tell me how nice I am. Coming with more hits than the Braves and the Yankees. Living mad fat like a oversized man. B, the wackest crews try to diss it makes me laugh. When my track record's longer than a DC-20 aircraft. So next time that you think you want something here, make something different, take that garbage to St. Elsewhere. Right. We on a road tour. We behind my man, going each and every place with the mic in their hand. Chinatown, Spokane, London, Tokyo. Right. We on a road tour. We behind my man, going each and every place with the mic in their hand. Houston, Delaware, DC, Dallas. Right. We on a road tour. We behind my man, going each and every place with the mic in their hand. New York, NJ, VA.
7 times out of 10, we listened to our music at night. Thus spawned the title of this program. The word maraud means to loot. In this case, we maraud for ears.
Went to Carville to get a milkshake. This honey ripped me off all my loot kicks. The car, oh yeah, there's money in my jacket. Somebody broke into my ride and co-macked it. Yo, Tip, I tell you, man, the devil's trying it. But I'm gonna stay strong, cause I ain't buying it. Tonight I'm taking Sherry out, I don't have Jack to wear. You know I got to look dipped in the fresh to gear. Cool, I found something, so I ironed it. I think I caught up on the phone, oh shit, I'm frying it. Will someone tell me what did I do to deserve this? I think I'll pull out my suit for Sunday service. My little brother wants Barney, cool, I'm getting it. Took him down to KB, they ain't selling it. Here we go with the climb, yo, he's throwing fits. My blood pressure's blowing up, I can't take the shit. I finally got what he wanted, now he's good to go. Again, the ride was smashed. Where's my radio? What's out, my car was in the shop, I had to borrow, see? They had no mercy on the car, Leo will kill me. Where the hell can Nikki be? I'm gonna smack her up. I got 2 tickets for the Knicks and she gon' stiff me up. I need to hit a honey off Jerobi past the phone. Pulled out my booker hose. Oh yo, Sheila's home. Steady smiling like a mother, yo, I'm wrecked to bone. Went down on hun, she's in the red zone. Stressed out more than anyone could ever be. Forever trying to clear the samples for my new beat. Everybody knows I go to Georgia often. Got on the flight and I ended up in Boston. With all these trials and tribulations, yo, I've been affected. And to top it off, stars got ejected. Help me out, man. Help me out. Help me out, man. Help me out. Woe is me, I'm having problems. Just last week, my girl was stressing me. Now her best friend be undressing me. While I was loving her by the moon ray. Now I'm tricking on her like Kente. Bought a bag of ism from the smoke shop. Walking towards the car, here come the damn cops. Now I'm station bound for the tie sticks. I bought it for my man, I don't believe this shit. Coach sat me down from the ball team. Cause I was breaking niggas on the NCs. Some niggas cross town was trying to stick me. All I had was shorts, $1.50. Picked up this girl in the hoopty. Just because her aunt, she tried to suit me. Pay for this, pay for that, loot for nails and hair. Who the hell you think I am, Mr. Belvedere? Go and get a bloody job, then can we look cute? Even if you give me boots, you never see my loot. She wasn't even all of that, just another hooker. Simply turn that ass away quick like Chucky Booker. Sometimes you got to put the holes in their friggin' place. Just move from in front me with your body fierce. Help me out, problems. Help me out, Lord knows I'm having problems. Problems. Jesus Christ, I'm having problems. Pray for me, I'm having problems. Just lay down your burdens by the riverside. Hey, you'll be alright. You know what I'm saying? Love peaks and fight for 93. You know what I'm saying? Drop on West. Shaheed and Tip. This is how we flip. My man Muhammad in the house. Zulu Nation in the house. Sub Rockers in the house. My man Skeff in the house. Jerobi White is in the house. Bob Power in the house. My man Eric in the house. My man Lightru in the house.
Help me out now. Help me, 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 help me.